Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody, let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. I hope you guys are all doing well out there, enjoying your day, making it at least a positive one. I know we don't have great news to be talking about today, but I am happy that you guys are here to chop it up with me. We do have a press conference coming up in about a half an hour from now. But I did want to talk with you guys, kind of go over some of the stuff that we do know, just do a quick kind of recap in a way on everything that we have seen and know of thus far, and just kind of hang out with y'all before everything goes down with this press conference. Now, one thing that is absolutely interesting to me is that the information that we found out last night. We got some crazy news that happened last night. So we will be going through that as well. Just doing a recap on all that. Because like I said, it's still mind-blowing, still surprising, still shocking, still devastating to hear just about all of this. Because, even last night, as we were watching everything go down, we were trying to figure it out live. Like, we did it as a family live, which I appreciated because I found out while covering another story, doing a live show, covering another different story, the monster in Missouri. All right. That whole situation. People were telling me about all this. And then all of a sudden, I thought it was fake. I thought it was a lie. I thought y'all were just I literally thought somebody was in there trying to troll, right? Went on to 10 to Life and found out some very interesting news, which was very, very, obviously she's, in my personal opinion, a credible source, and she's the type of person that would never put something like this out if it wasn't true. So I was very happy that she came out and put this out real quick, but it was wild stuff. So like I said, so much was transpiring yesterday, late last night, that I'm still trying to wrap my mind around. I'm still a little lost with this, because it's still the question that there's a lot of things that have not been fully answered. Like, was Quinton's body found? Where is Leilani? Actually, it's where's Leilani and where's Quinton's body? You can put both questions, you could switch them around, obviously both are very, very important questions, okay, that need to be answered. And so hopefully we're going to be getting an answer today in just about 25 minutes from now. Find out the truth, find out some more information on what actually happened. Is Leilani arrested? Is she not? We don't know. Hopefully we'll find out soon. So let's get into some things, guys. Do me a favor. You know the drill. For those of y'all who don't know, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Send it past 300 likes. I see a bunch of y'all starting to file in. I appreciate all y'all for coming in here and riding with me today. So hit that like button down below. Please, 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 and thank you. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done that yet, please do so. Crush it. Make it scream out your doggone name. All right. We're working our way towards 100,000 subscribers. So please join. Hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family anyway. Woo! Let's get into this, shall we? As we already know, we have this young boy, 20-month-old Quinton Simon, that went missing just a little bit ago, out in Chatham County, Georgia. Now, this is just crazy, this whole thing. This whole story is very wild to me. But, of course, this young boy ends up missing. The family was out there scratching their head, trying to find out what the hell happened to this young boy, trying to figure out what happened, what went wrong. Of course, there were a lot of fingers being pointed across the street in a way, literally across the street. A lot of blame, a lot of finger pointing, and a lot of, which also sprouted a lot of anger and vitriol to a lot of people that didn't deserve this kind of heat at all. So, of course, I'm going to kind of go back a little bit in this timeline because so that we can remember, to jog our memory a little bit on what had happened, because obviously there's so much that has gone on since obviously the start of this story, but there's so much more to this. So I figured, we can start from the beginning, go through the timeline together as a family really, really quick before we go into this press conference, which is supposed to be happening again within 20 some odd minutes now. Okay. But just so for those of y'all who don't know what's going on, a 20-month-old boy by the name of Quinton Simon went missing, and this is the timeline that we have for this. Okay, so September 7th. This is before this little boy went missing. Okay, and actually, hold up. Let me make sure. Let me just make that abundantly clear. Nicole Rico, not entirely true. I cover everything and politics, just so you guys know. I do talk about things politically if it's a big story, okay? So I do talk about politics. I just saw that in the corner of my eye. Just want to make sure that is completely clear. I talk about politics. I talk about pop culture. I talk about controversies. Everything that's going on in the world, I talk about it right here on the show. In fact, I got another show or another video that's going to be popping up here very, very soon that is a little bit in the political realm, a tiny bit, okay? But anyway, I digress. This start of this timeline happened way before, okay, weeks before Quinton went quote unquote missing. So I just want to make that abundantly clear. It's not like he went missing on September 7th. He went missing in October, but I just want to make sure that is abundantly clear. Okay. So let me get this really quick. But these pieces of information are very important. Okay. Very, very important as to what happened to this young boy. Where is he? So on and so forth. Okay. This kind of helps to what we found out later, which is what we found out last night. What Leilani apparently confessed to and everything, okay? So September 7th, police were called to Quinton's grandparents' house, where Quinton and his grandmother, Quinton, his mother, her boyfriend, sorry, let me say this again. So the police were called to Quinton grandparents' home, where Quinton, his mother, her boyfriend, two other children, and the grandparents live. Okay, there was a fight between Quinton's mom, Leilani, and her mother, Billy Joe, who's also the grandmother, according to this police report. Okay, Leilani called the police on her mom when officers showed up. She told them she was on probation and she didn't want trouble. Now, according to WSAV, they don't know what the probation is for. Or according to this report, when they made this report, okay? The report said when police officers talked with Leilani's brother, he told them that Quinton's mom had a history of stealing and using that money to buy recreational drugs or drugs, okay? Billy Joe on September 8th wanted her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend evicted from the house. So whatever fight that they had on the 7th got so bad that the next day she said, F this, I want them out. Okay. So Billy Joe Howell wanted her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend, Daniel, by the way, Danny. Okay. He also goes by Danny, evicted from the house. She filed for eviction. And according to the document, she didn't want any money, just her 22-year-old daughter, Leilani, and her boyfriend, Daniel Youngkin, and the 3 kids to leave, and quickly. She wanted them out. She wanted them to kick rocks. Get out. Bye-bye. Leave. Okay? Billy Joe wrote that they damaged her property and, quote unquote, no one is living in peace. Moving 8 more days later, Leilani and Daniel found out about the eviction. But according to this article, they now know, this article now knows, as recently as last Wednesday, the 2 were still living in that house. And apparently they were still living in this house even current day. Okay? Even up to date right now. October 5th, that gets us to Wednesday. The morning little Quinton was last seen. Now, in a video, according to Diana, which we saw the video, it's a very, very long video. I'm not gonna obviously replay that right now because I already did it in a past show. But she came in, Diana, the babysitter, came in with receipts. So, according to her, at 5:29 a.m., Diana McCarter, the babysitter, got a text message. She told us it was Quinton's mom saying Diana didn't have to watch the kids that morning, which is not correct. According to the live video that we saw, she told everybody that the text message that she received was actually from Daniel, but Danny was with Leilani when he sent this text at 5:29 a.m. saying, "Hey, there's no need for you to come in and watch the kid. There's no need for us to drop off the kids. We got it." Basically, okay. Police told us the boyfriend, Danny, left for work at 6 a.m. Police say that's the last time Quinton was seen. At 9 a.m., another text to Diana, this time from a grandparent, asking if she'd seen the toddler. This also, according to the live video, is not right. Apparently, that's not correct either. The second text message that she received, allegedly, was from Danny again. Danny said, "Yo, hey, have you seen Quinton?" To me, bad. To me, that's bad. "Oh, have you seen Quinton? Wait a second. You just told me a couple hours ago. You hit me up 3.5 hours ago saying I don't need to watch Quinton. So why would you ask me if I've seen Quinton? That makes no bloody sense, y'all. Zero. None. Okay? And this report is wrong. All right? Not even accurate. Okay? So he was asking if she had seen the toddler. Okay? The 911 call to report Quinton missing was placed about 42 minutes later, which is accurate. That part is true. But what happened is Diana got the second text from Danny. She immediately called Danny and was saying, "Yo, what's going on? What do you mean?" She went across the street, went over to the home. They obviously had a conversation, basically saying, she's like, "Have you checked all these spots? Have you done this, that, and the third?" She's apparently, Daniel looked at her cold, stone-faced, and basically said, "We already checked those spots." Then finally, after her saying all these things, that's when they finally decided to go, "Oh, we should call 911." Now, this timeline is very, very important to hear because I'm about to tell you guys some stuff that's very wild here in just a minute. So hearing this timeline and the time where the day that Quinton went missing is extremely crucial. Okay? It's extremely crucial. So, and I know everybody's coming in with their theories about NyQuil and about all this other stuff. We don't know anything because right now we don't know if they even have his remains. That is the biggest part. They can sit here all day and hear from her, but she says she doesn't remember. Let's just remember that. She says she doesn't even remember what happened. Okay? That makes no sense. Okay? But, so if she was to say anything else, that would make no sense because she doesn't remember how he passed on, right? That would contradict anything that she said. Okay. So the WSAV investigative unit asked Chatham County Police for that call. And so far, they haven't responded on the request. So the family, apparently, Leilani told the police that Quinton's father took the child. Clearly, clear as day, sus as hell. Sus as hell. Okay? The family said that story didn't make any sense. And by 2:30 that afternoon, police said the father wasn't involved. Clearly. Okay? They did their work. They looked it up. They found out that none of that was true. By Wednesday night, the effort to find Quinton involved FBI, 2 helicopters, a drone, police on horses, tracking dogs, and officers going door to door. Thursday, we watched federal agents search dumpsters, ditches, drain pipes, and the woods. Now, this is all the stuff that we have that we know right now. Obviously, they went back to recanvass the specific areas. They even drained the pool. Like it was insane. But like I said, wanted to show you guys a little bit of just kind of a quick jog down memory lane of what happened a few days before. This is one of the first interviews that they had that the grandparents, this is Quinton's grandparents here. So this is the first one of the first interviews that they had with the media. And you can hear right off the bat, mama, okay, Graham throwing her own daughter under the bus right off the jump. So I want you guys to hear this one more again, okay? Because that's, I think, incredibly important stuff here.
We both left right then. I got here about 3 o'clock yesterday.
And I got here about 3:30 in the morning.
It's been crazy. I mean, we don't know nothing. Whether it's the answers we want to hear or answers we don't want to hear, we just want to know something. My concern is him, and that's all it is. I mean, we concerned with his well-being.
I know everybody worked really hard yesterday, but I want them to keep working hard.
And we appreciate everything that everybody has done, all the people that's come out and searched for him and all that. And he's always smiling. He's a happy kid. I mean, you get some kids but he always had a big smile on his face, and he was always happy.
Let me ask you, why are you getting emotional?
Because he's not here. He's just a baby, and I want him home. He's just a baby. Leilani's my daughter. She's 22. She hasn't always done the right things. And sometimes she does really great, and sometimes she doesn't. And I don't know what to think right now. I don't know what to believe, because I don't think anybody ever believes that this is going to happen to them. I don't know if I can trust her if I don't.
This is the mama saying this. This is the mother who bore the mother of Quinton. Let me just say that again. This is the mother that bore the mother of Quinton. And even herself, she's sitting there going, I don't trust her. She's known to do this, that, and the third. She's known to be, to lie. She's had good moments, and then she's had some bad. Okay. And let me say this in all fairness, we are all human beings. We are not perfect. We all have our good and bad sides. Okay. There's a yin and yang within all of us. Okay. We all have our moments. Okay. But clearly, this is her own mama saying, it's my kid. She's not to be trusted. I don't trust my kid. Now, I know this looks a certain way, but it also shows me what kind of mom, what kind of woman, what kind of person Billy Joe is. Clearly, as we saw later on, which we showed in the last video or in the last show, or sorry, the 2 shows before, my bad, is that she's a firecracker and that she doesn't hold back on what she has to say about things. And clearly she got some troublesome kids. All right. She has her daughter who is obviously battling some sort of addiction before any of this happened. Okay. Battling addiction. I'm sure her boyfriend, from my understanding, it's the company that she keeps as well, allegedly. But you could tell this is a mom that takes no BS. Okay, a grandma. Sorry, but let me just make that abundantly clear. This is a grandma that doesn't take any BS. But then at the same time, I look at the situation and say, this is someone who knew. This is someone who knew about the mistreatment of this young boy. And maybe the kids in general, the children. It's just, if this is a no BS woman, how could have this transpired if there were people out there giving her a heads up or giving her warning of how these children are actually being treated? That's the question I have on that. Of course, I'm not trying to throw people under the bus or anything like that. Not trying to shame anybody, but there seems to be some sort of heads up. There's a breadcrumbs we hear from that live that the babysitter put out, where she said, I did warn her. I did tell her about X, Y, and Z. I did tell her how poorly these children were being treated, how poorly these children were being raised, and nothing happened. And now we have a young boy gone. But then, of course, on another part of it too, you have somebody who maybe is so angered within themselves because of the lack thereof that they're focusing on everything else, on everybody else except themselves, because maybe there's things that could have been done. There may have been things that they could have done to prevent this thing from happening, but instead of looking inward and realizing maybe the lack of getting on that situation and attacking that situation, they take it on the babysitter. They take it on everybody else. They got cases on everybody except themselves. That's just something I've noticed. And of course, there's more to this. Of course, there's a whole lot more to this situation. But obviously, we're gonna be jumping ahead a little bit because, like I said, there's just so much weirdness that's been going on. They drained the pool. Then they ended up draining the pool. And even after they drained the pool, she was putting out questions like, I guess something broke in the pool. And she's like, hey, is anybody out there that knows how to fix a pool? It was just so strange to me. It's not a question that you bring up. It's not a question that you ask. It just makes no bloody sense. But then she put out, just trying to get this up for you guys here. But then, and this is something that I missed before. I didn't get a chance to show this to you guys before, but I'm going to show it to you guys now, since we do have about 5 minutes before this actual press conference goes down. But there's another thing that she put out too, which was weird. This is before the big moment, okay? Before the messages that we all talked about last night, which I'm going to be showing you guys that message again here too shortly. But it says here she posted this, which is weird. It says, seems there's always a storm before the calm in my life. Boy, let me tell you, It felt like a tornado was spinning everything at once. Finally, I feel calming, peaceful sunshine hitting my face. Those of you who made it through with me, God, thank you. God, I thank you. Those who gave up before the storm was through, I thank you too. So much was happening. I didn't realize you were apart from the storm. Those of you who stood with me and helped me through, man, y'all are 100% amazing. I love y'all. You all know the parts you've played in my life. No matter what we've been through, I love you. I posted this years ago, and it stands true today. This was before what we're going to be looking at here in a second. Just a little quick trip down memory lane. That was one of the posts that she put up, which, again, to me seems a bit odd. Just a bit odd. Okay, just a little bit odd. Hold on. Sorry. So then a few hours after, she put up this photo. Or, sorry, this screenshot was posted, and this bad boy went crazy. Everybody and their mama shared this. Blammo. Saying, Quinton has passed. He's in a landfill, and my daughter done it. She has no memory of it. And then, of course, this is apparently this is an interaction between another content creator, okay, that apparently is out there in the streets of Chatham County, outside of their home, so on and so forth. I mean, allegedly, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that this information is just pretty wild. And the fact that she did this, a lot of us were scratching our heads wondering if this was actually 110% true or if this was a full-on lie. And I'm telling you, that would not have happened. That would not have happened if that wasn't Billy Joe. Do you see what I'm saying? That is most definitely Billy Joe and her. That is definitely her character. Okay. That is definitely her character, in my personal opinion. That seems like that was not something that was far beyond who we see in these interviews, or when she was attacking the babysitter, etc. You know, this is not a far-fetched thing. But at the same time, you know, we have. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to make sure that we that when it starts, we can watch it together, because we are still waiting to hear something. But apparently they're supposed to be on live today in about a minute from now. So hopefully we'll be seeing what's going on. But at the same time, a lot of us were sitting there scratching our head, wondering if this was real. Okay. And of course, at the end of it, it's like, wait, no, that's definitely her. That's definitely her text messages. That's definitely her message to another content creator. That's some wild stuff. But then, you know, of course, after that, we obviously had Chatham County Police come out with an update, basically saying, hey, that Quinton is deceased. But that does not mean that they actually have his body. That can mean several different things. Okay? Several different things. Sorry, guys, just pulling this up so you guys can see this too. And guys, I see a bunch of y'all in here. I appreciate all y'all. Please go and hit that like button down below. Get it past 600 likes. I see about 1,300 souls watching the show right now. I really do appreciate it. Hit it, crush it. make a screenshot your name, and please do not forget to hit that subscribe button as well. I cover everything on this channel, everything from true crime, politics, pop culture, controversies, you name it. We watch it and talk about it right here on this show. So please hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Anyway, so they said we will have a 1 p.m. press briefing. Okay. So I don't know. Hopefully we're going to be hearing something here soon. But this is what it says right here. This is the one that was seen a lot, or what we read yesterday, okay, last night. Real quick, because I'm still trying to find the video, okay? Or the live stream. But it says here, we are saddened to report the CCPD and FBI have notified Quinton's family that we believe he is deceased. We believe he is deceased. That's very important information right there. We have named his mother, Leilani Simon, as the prime suspect in his disappearance and demise. But no arrests have been made and no charges have been filled. That to me is a little weird. Okay. Now we've been hearing from different people saying that she's out here. Says she went in there to confess and all that. But as we know so far, there is we still don't know everything. Like, we still don't know everything as of yet. And the fact that they said that she is deceased, or that he is deceased, to me says a huge thing. Okay, that says a lot to me. All right. But it sounds like she went in there, confessed, but maybe she's in the whole, like, maybe they're holding her. Maybe she's in the precinct. She's not arrested, but she's in there. I don't know what's going on. It's so strange. WJCL, thank you. I was trying to find where the heck it is. Yeah. Wait a second. See, this is some BS, because this is what I'm looking for. I'm on WJCL. Hold on. WJCL. Let me see if it's on the. I mean, if it started, I ain't seeing it. WJCL news. Let's see. No, they're doing the January 6th committee. There it is. Found it.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
My name is Will Clark. I am the senior.
Come on. Where you at? That's not me. That's the live. Oh, come on. That is some BS. Hold up.
Supervisory.
There we go.
Resident agent in charge of the FBI's
terrible sound
in Brunswick offices. From the moment the
Come on. Are you serious? Are you serious? Anybody else have a better sound? Because this is some BS, y'all. Or, I mean, sorry, better signal or a better link, because this is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. That's some BS.
FBI became involved in this investigation, our primary goal, the parents accountable. To the Chatham County community, our heart breaks.
We can't even do that? Let's try this. What the hell is going on?
Along with yours in trying to comprehend what we believe happened here. The FBI, along with our law enforcement partners, have followed every lead, every tip, and every piece of evidence to get to this point. and we will continue to do so. The FBI.
I'm not going to Mel's channel.
Less than 3 hours.
Oh my God, look at that. Oh my Lord. I'm not going to Mel's channel. That's his own thing. I'm not going to stream on his channel. I'm not doing that, guys. That's some BS. That is some BS. Let me see if there's. That's some BS, y'all. Let's see what's going on. Okay, where's the. Hold on, guys. We'll play it back a little bit if I'm able to get this. See, this is some BS. Yeah, this is. I don't understand. Okay, so that's terrible. Of all things, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd think. Okay. Trying this again. They're all bad. All the signals are bad.
I cannot get into any specifics relative to evidence. What I can say is the evidence that we have so far, based on multiple search warrants and
all of it's bad. This is trash. Let me see. I'm checking other people's streams as well, because I'm having the same issue.
Interviews has led us to the conclusion that Quinton is deceased. The investigation doesn't end, right there. We will continue to investigate this until its final conclusion. So we're thankful to the FBI, and when we get to that point and we feel comfortable in counsel with the FBI.
Welcome to some BS. I'm trying to find, so all the streams, yeah, because I'm seeing that everybody's having this issue. But what's interesting is that they're not streaming these on YouTube, I've noticed. They're not streaming this on YouTube, like by itself. I'm not talking about other people's places. Like, this is some BS, y'all. I'm looking at other places. They're not streaming it anywhere on YouTube. I don't know why they're not showing it on YouTube, but I'm seeing that. Yeah, everyone's having. That's hilarious. Everybody's having bad reception. Stupid. I mean, this is what I have right here. This is frozen on this BS.
And the ADA, that's when we will reach that conclusion.
Is anyone else being considered for criminal charges?
At this time, no. The evidence in the case has led us to this conclusion.
Confirming what they further confirming what.
Maybe I can scroll back
with some closing.
All right.
So we'll now take you to it live.
Let's watch it again.
Call reporting Quinton missing. We have conducted an exhaustive search for him. Sadly, we still have not found Quinton, but our search and our investigation will continue, and it will continue with every available resource we have in order to give Quinton's family closure and see that justice is served in this case. I would like to thank the FBI for their invaluable expertise and assistance during our search and for the help they will continue to provide moving forward. We know that millions of people fell in love with Quinton Simon the moment they saw his face and learned of his disappearance. We have seen the outpouring of love and concern for this child and the outpouring of grief at the latest developments in this case. The men and women of the Chatham County Police Department share that same sadness, but we also feel very determined to keep working as hard as we can and for as long as we have to find Quinton. Now, Special Agent Clark will have some comments, and then I'll return with some closing statements.
Okay, real quick, did they just say that, okay, they still have not found him, correct? They press the number one if I heard that correctly. They say they still have not found him yet. He has not been found. He's still out there somewhere, probably in that landfill. Correct? Okay. I just want to make that abundantly clear because this is some wild stuff. Let's continue, but this is wow. Wow, y'all. Wow.
Good afternoon.
So where's
My name is
Leilani?
Will Clark. I am the Senior Supervisory Resident Agent in charge of the FBI's Savannah and Brunswick offices. From the moment the FBI became involved in this investigation, our primary goal was to assist the Chatham County Police Department in bringing Quinton home and holding anyone responsible for his disappearance accountable. To the Chatham County community,
Have mercy.
our heart breaks along with yours in trying to comprehend what we believe happened here. The FBI, along with our law enforcement partners, have followed every lead, every tip, and every piece of evidence to get to this point, and we will continue to do so. The FBI entered this case less than 3 hours after Quinton was reported missing. The FBI has provided the Chatham County Police Department resources in this case, and those resources have come in the form of investigative, analytical, and technical assistance. For the past week, over 40 FBI agents, analysts, task force officers, and professional sports staff who live in the coastal Georgia area have worked tirelessly and continuously on this investigation. Last Wednesday, we mobilized our Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team, the CARD team in short, which brings with it experts from across the country who specialize in missing children cases. As needed, and as the investigation continues to progress, the FBI stands ready to deploy additional resources. In closing, we share the sorrow felt by millions and pledge every resource to assist the Chatham County Police Department in finding little Quinton.
That's crazy.
Thank you, Agent Clark. And in closing, I understand the intense interest in this case.
Hold on.
I know everyone has a lot of questions. I'll answer what I can. But remember, our focus must be on not doing anything that jeopardizes the integrity of this investigation or bringing justice for Quinton. So with that said, I'll be happy to answer what questions I can.
Did you hear from the family last night that you might be targeting a landfill? Can you tell us about that and what landfill might be?
I cannot disclose any information relative to that. We will follow the evidence, and when our evidence leads us to search anything specifically or any specific geographic area, we will communicate that to you at that time.
Where's Leilani?
What is that? Why?
I cannot get into any specifics relative to evidence. What I can say is the evidence that we have so far, based on multiple search warrants and interviews, has led us to the conclusion that Quinton is deceased. The investigation doesn't end, right there. We will continue to investigate this until its final conclusion.
What the hell?
Because I'm sorry, sir. Because the evidence has led us to that point and to this point today.
Why is she not arrested?
Because we will only do that when we feel we have everything that we need to. We only get one shot at this, right? We're going to do it right. We're going to do the best that we can. We're going to use the resources at our disposal. We're thankful to the FBI. And when we get to that point and we feel comfortable in counsel with the FBI and the ADA, that's when we will reach that conclusion.
Is anyone else being considered for criminal charges?
At this time, no. The evidence in the case has led us to this conclusion.
Was there a date where you found the evidence that led you to this conclusion? Because obviously earlier this week,
The accumulation of evidence over these last 8 days has led us to this conclusion today.
Okay.
We do not have any specifics at this time. I can't answer that question with any level of specificity.
Do you know where Leilani's other two children are?
I can't answer that question.
Do you know where Leilani is?
I don't know where she is currently today.
is there any chance anyone else besides Leilani?
There is no one else a suspect at this time. Leilani is the main focus of this investigation.
Hold up. Excuse me, what? Okay. We're going to replay this in a second. I'm sorry.
I can't get into any specifics, but we don't believe she's a flight risk at this time.
Get the out of here. Get the
all right. Thank you. Appreciate your questions.
Oh,
have a great day.
What the same hell? What in the same hell was that? What was that? Ladies and germs, the hell was that? We're going to play it again. Trust me. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. We're going to watch that again. Okay. But say what? Say what? So that was like a 10-minute nothing burger. Except to let everybody know that Leilani could be out here in these wilderness streets out on a lamb. Yet she's not catching any charges right now, but they're giving her plenty of time for her to skedaddle. So maybe, let me just point this out really quick. So maybe what we heard yesterday as, the rumor mill may not be true. The rumor mill was saying that she allegedly went in, was doing a confession and all that. Maybe that confession did happen. Maybe it didn't. But at the same time, why isn't she anywhere to be found? Where's she at, though? Are we looking at, oh, dear God, I don't want to hear another Brian Laundrie situation, but are we looking at another Brian Laundrie situation here? Did she kick rock? I'm telling you, we're going to play that again. So sit tight. We are going to be playing that again because I know some of y'all who are just starting to file in watching this again. We are going to look at this again. But at the same time, you got somebody who is possibly the person that took out this young boy's life. And they're sitting there going, we don't believe that she's a flight risk. The fuck? Somebody explain that to me. Somebody explain that to me. Miss Rissa just said, Pascal, currently the family's having a large dinner with extended family. Why would they be eating right now? I'm sorry. Why would they be eating dough? Somebody make that math make sense. Somebody math that math because the math ain't mathing for me. Okay? Make it make sense for me, y'all, because this ain't working for me, y'all. Please. The family's out here eating dinner. Probably just, the finger looking good, just enjoying some KFC or something like that. Give me a break. And this cop, the sheriff just said, we have evidence that makes us believe that he is deceased. but you don't have a body. What the hell is going on here, y'all? Again, we're going to be playing that again. We are going to be playing it again, okay? And if you appreciate this coverage, please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Send it past 1K. I'd love to see it go past 1K before the end of this show. Hit that like button down below. It doesn't cost a thing, okay? But it helps get the story out here. It helps with the algorithm, so please do me that favor. Hit that like button down below. Send it past 1K. A like don't cost a thing. And hit that subscribe button, all right? Be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. We are going to be covering this story, watching this with intensely, or something like that, with great intent. But this is some crazy stuff. Okay? This is some crazy stuff. So one thing, though, I wanted to see is if there is a better version of that out here in these wilderness, in these internet streets, because honestly, that version was trash. Okay. So I wanted to see if maybe there's a little bit something better out here, because that was trash, in my personal opinion. We are going to play it again. I'm just trying to see if there's a better version out here. It seems like all the other places had really bad reception or really bad internet, which is terrible. But stay tight, because I'm going to try another one real quick just to see. Maybe a better sound. So again, this is on Facebook. Like, there's no other place that's doing this stuff. Hopefully this is a better sound. Let's see. What the heck?
Reporting Quinton missing, we have conducted an exhaustive search for him. Sadly, we still have not found Quinton.
And this is just,
but our search and our investigation will continue, and it will continue.
No, thank you. Hold on. I'm just going to go back to the one that we were watching before, because that's the best one we got, apparently. That's just trash. Come on. Oh, golly.
Is
base to search for him.
No arrests have been made and no formal charges have been filed. That's the latest that we know. It looks like that press conference is just getting underway, so we'll now take you to it live.
Trying this again.
Call reporting Quinton missing, we have conducted an exhaustive search for him. Sadly, we still have not found Quinton. But our search and our investigation will continue, and it will continue with every available resource we have in order to give Quinton's family closure and see that justice is served in this case. I would like to thank the FBI for their invaluable expertise and assistance during our search, and for the help they will continue to provide moving forward. We know that millions of people fell in love with Quinton Simon the moment they saw his face and learned of his disappearance. We have seen the outpouring of love and concern for this child, and the outpouring of grief at the latest developments in this case. The men and women of the Chatham County Police Department share that same sadness, but we also feel very determined to keep working as hard as we can, and for as long as we have to find Quinton. Now, Special Agent Clark will have some comments, and then I'll return with some closing statements.
So I want to make this abundantly clear. What this guy is about to say right here is nothing. Okay? He's about to say nothing. And just so you know, technically, because they have no body, okay, they have no remains, technically Quinton Simon is still missing. Now, of course, they have evidence. They're saying, oh, we have evidence to show us that blah, blah, blah. He's doing it like this. He likes to talk with his hand like this. He's sitting there saying, oh, yeah, we have evidence to lead us to believe that he is no longer here. Where's the body, right? Where's his remains? Remains are going to explain a lot in this situation, are going to expose a lot of things. If you don't have a body, then you can't press charges on a person, but that gives that person plenty of time to find a way out, to find an excuse to escape. You think she's going to stick around and face the music? I mean, I hope she does. But 9 times out of 10, you don't see any of that stuff. You don't see that ish happen. But this guy right here is about to come up and say nothing. I mean, he's basically saying, thanks to the such and such and for the law enforcement and all that, we were able to do all this stuff without they didn't do anything yet. They ain't done nothing yet, y'all. Nothing's been done yet. All they have is, we have evidence to lead us to believe that this young boy is no longer here. They don't have a body. And they damn sure don't have any suspects incarcerated right now, detained behind a jail in a jail cell. They don't have nothing. So we just listened to a nothing burger. And you're telling me that the family's out here enjoying a meal with their family, allegedly? This doesn't make any sense, y'all. Oh, my Lord.
My name is Will Clark. I am the Senior Supervisory Resident Agent in charge of the FBI's Savannah and Brunswick offices. From the moment the FBI became involved in this investigation, our primary goal was to assist the Chatham County Police Department in bringing Quinton home and holding anyone responsible for his disappearance accountable. To the Chatham County community, our heart breaks along with yours in trying to comprehend what we believe happened here. The FBI, along with our law enforcement partners, have followed every lead, every tip, and every piece of evidence to get to this point, and we will continue to do so. The FBI entered this case less than 3 hours after Quinton was reported missing. The FBI has provided the Chatham County Police Department resources in this case, and those resources have come in the form of investigative, analytical, and technical assistance. For the past week, over 40 FBI agents, analysts, task force officers, and professional sports staff who live in the coastal Georgia area have worked tirelessly and continuously on this investigation. Last Wednesday, we mobilized our Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team, the CARD team in short, which brings with it experts from across the country who specialize in missing children cases. As needed, and as the investigation continues to progress, the FBI stands ready to deploy additional resources. In closing, we share the sorrow felt by millions and pledge every resource to assist the Chatham County Police Department in finding little Quinton.
A nothing burger. Like he literally just said, this kind of reminds me, I probably the worst analogy in the world, but it does make me think of like those Oscar, when you when you watch the Oscars, the Academy Awards, you see the person, one of your favorite actors win an award. And at first they're going, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm so excited. Yes. Oh my God. And then they go into all the technical stuff. At first it's all the mom, hubby, God, you know what I'm saying? And then they go into the thank you to the screenwriters and they go through all the producers and stuff like that. And it's all just kind of to us, it's just verbal birdshot. You know what I'm saying? That's what this feels like. At first, we got all the important stuff, and now we got the technical stuff that has nothing to do with anything. well, we did everything we could, and because of what we're doing, we'll stop at nothing to blah blah blah. No one cares about that part. What we want to know is if actually justice is being served, and if they actually have somebody incarcerated or somebody behind bars for doing whatever they did to this young boy. But by them coming up here and going, oh, just like this is a nothing burger. This is nothing. We have to come up here and save face. So I'm just going to say a whole bunch of stuff that no one cares about. No one. We're working diligently. Duh, that's your job. Go do your job. Don't come up here and tell us that BS. We don't need to hear this. Continue to do your job. Find out what's going on with this. Find this kid. If he really is, as you say, deceased, find the body. And also put charges on somebody. This is just a bunch of, like I said, a nothing burger. We're doing everything we can to such and such, blah, blah, blah. No one cares. What we care about is results. You just going, well, because of the wind and all that stuff, and how we had to move the goalpost back and forth, and the grass on the field is not really real grass. It's AstroTurf, so it was a little bit. Who cares? Give us results. Oh my God, this is so stupid. So stupid. You got a kid, man. I got more to say, dag nabbit. I'm sorry, y'all. Please just, I apologize. I'm not knocking, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any type of way. But you got a kid allegedly in a landfill somewhere. You are wasting time by blowing smoke, unnecessary smoke, doing a live where you've literally come up to us and said, we have nothing. What? We don't have anybody in jail. We don't have charges pressed on anybody. We don't even know if this kid is truly 110% deceased. In fact, we don't even have a body. Because the body allegedly in a landfill. Why aren't you out there? Wait, don't waste our time with this. Go out to the landfill. Find the kid. That's more important than doing all this red tape BS, throwing out all this jargon, trying to make it seem like you guys are really doing work. Go out and do the damn work. God, man, this is so stupid. But we'll play more. This is a waste of time, y'all.
Thank you, Agent Clark. And in closing, I understand the intense interest in this case. Everyone has a lot of questions. I'll answer what I can. But remember, our focus must be on not doing anything that jeopardizes the integrity of this investigation or bringing justice for Quinton. So with that said, I'll be happy to answer what questions I can.
He can't answer anything. I'm sorry. We can't even hear these questions, but I'm sorry. He can't even answer any questions. You see what I'm saying? Because he got nothing. They don't even have anything. They have a little bit of evidence that they got from the home. I'm sure they got a bunch of evidence from the home, but that still is 15 different roads to possibilities of the maybe demise of this young boy. But they have yet to say yes. They're just saying we have evidence that leads us to believe. Evidence to lead us to believe. Then on top, man, I'm just gonna play. F it. Y'all gonna hear the stupidity. Take a listen. Go ahead.
I cannot disclose any information relative to that. We will follow the evidence, and when our evidence leads us to search anything specifically or any specific geographic area, we will communicate that to you at that time.
What is that evidence? Why?
I cannot get into any specifics relative to evidence. What I can say is the evidence that we have so far, based on multiple search warrants and interviews, has led us to the conclusion that Quinton is deceased.
Hold on.
The investigation doesn't end, right there. We will continue to investigate this until its final conclusion.
Okay, let me say this. Okay, and obviously we're breaking this down because we already saw the full thing pretty much uninterrupted. But you're saying that you have information that leads you to believe that this boy is no longer here, right? So if there's information that you've received saying that, why isn't anybody incarcerated? Why hasn't anybody caught a charge? Why hasn't there been any arrest made? I get it that maybe you got to have like stronger, maybe more solid evidence. But if you have somebody that's come in and said, let's just say they said, I did it. I remember doing such and such and I did it. Then why aren't they incarcerated? Why isn't that person arrested? Please, somebody explain that.
Because because the evidence has led us to that point and to this point today.
Why is she not arrested?
Because we will only do that when we feel we have everything that we need to. We only get one shot at this, right? We're going to do it right. We're going to do the best that we can. We're going to use the resources at our disposal. We're thankful to the FBI. And when we get to that point and we feel comfortable in counsel with the FBI and the ADA, that's when we will reach that conclusion.
Okay. So he said, we only get one shot. What? Okay, fine, sure. You only get one shot. All right, that's fine. But you have stuff that maybe can get you to be, man, this is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. I'm sorry. And I understand, like, somebody, Sharon Spangler just said, need a body, the mother did it. Clearly, if the mother went in, okay, and said, I did it, and explains what happened, all right? If that happened, then why wouldn't they just, I don't know. To me, it's like that's a full confession. You don't need a body, let's just say, if somebody comes in and says, I did this thing. It's me who did it. But then again, not like I'm sitting here saying that I'm an expert at law. But one part that seems weird is that they're dragging, to me, it seems like they're dragging their feet on this instead of pouncing on this, instead of being reactive, instead of being aggressive. I will also say this before we continue on this too, is that maybe Chatham County Police jumped the gun with their announcement. Maybe they jumped the gun with doing this press briefing, with this press conference. Maybe they should have kept everything close to the chest until they actually had some stuff, until they actually had results. Why would you put out on Chatham County, the Chatham County the Twitters and the Facebooks and all that stuff, saying, yes, we now have been led to believe that he is deceased? If you don't have solid evidence and proof that young boy is deceased, you don't have his body, you don't have anything. Why would you say those things out loud? Okay? Why would you say those things out loud if you don't have anything to back those things up? Just saying it out loud. Okay? I will put it in slow mode. Just give me a second.
Is anyone else being considered for criminal charges?
At this time, no. The evidence in the case has led us to this conclusion.
Was there a date where you found the evidence that led you to this conclusion? Because obviously earlier this week
The accumulation of evidence over these last 8 days has led us to this conclusion today.
Do you have an idea of what
We do not have any specifics at this time. I can't answer that question with any level of specificity.
Do you know where Leilani's other two children are?
I can't answer that question.
Do you know where Leilani is?
I don't know where she is currently today.
Is there any chance anyone else besides Leilani?
There is no one else a suspect at this time. Leilani is the main focus of this investigation.
Are you not concerned that you've now named your number one suspect out loud to the public? Is there not a concern she might take off?
I can't get into any specifics, but we don't believe she's a flight risk at this time. All right. Thank you. Appreciate your questions.
Okay. Now tell me this. How can they sit there and say, oh, we do not believe, okay? We do not believe that she's a flight risk. I'm sorry. To me, we've already seen other people. We've already seen other stories like Brian Laundrie in this kind of situation that I'm sure they never thought that he was going to run, but he sure did run. And I'm not sitting here saying that she's a flight risk, but she could very well be one too. You're telling me that she's not, if she had the opportunity to figure out a way to kick rocks and disappear out here, you don't think she's going to try, or at least that idea not be entertained in her mind just for a few seconds? I'm telling you. And it's still, even all of us are still wondering, where's she at? Where did she go? What's happened to her? We saw her get into a car and drive off. Not sitting here saying that she didn't turn back around and return to her home, but still, you're telling me one day she's not going to just disappear? Just doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. Melissa just said, Melissa Wilson, thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate it, on YouTube. Without the body, they will have a very difficult time making a conviction. When she lawyers up, her lawyer will tell her not to admit guilt. I know she already did, but she will backtrack. That could very well be it too. Also, the other thing you got to remember, we talked about it last night as well. Apparently she's saying that she doesn't remember. Now, that could be a conversation she had with her lawyer. She could be using that as a insanity, like an insanity plea, when she is convicted, if she gets convicted, or when she gets convicted, she could use the insanity plea with that. So by her sitting here saying, I don't remember, I was out of my mind, that could be her excuse. And that could be the thing that that her lawyers may lean on as well, which is absolutely crazy to me. Okay? Absolutely crazy. But this, to me, before I even, well, you obviously already know how I'm feeling about this press conference. But please, guys, comment in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Where do you stand on this? Do you think this was good enough information for right now? Do you think this was a nothing burger? What do you think? Because to me, this was trash. This was absolute 110% trash, in my personal opinion. There's so much I feel that they could have I feel like they could have waited on this. And I get it. I get maybe the reason why they put out that information last night quickly was because of that text message screenshot that was blazing all throughout the internet, okay, within these true crime missing persons streets. I get that piece, but maybe they could have said, we will be doing a press conference very soon to confirm, or to address all these rumors that are going on here, so on and so forth. Maybe not going out and saying this out loud. You see what I'm saying? But to me, I feel like this was unnecessary. If you can't come to us with it, unless there's pertinent information that we need, that the public needs, to me, this was unnecessarily needed. This did not answer any questions for us at all. Except that she is still free. No charge. She has not caught a charge yet. Obviously, Billy Joe knows something. She put out that information. Okay. Mama confessed of doing this terrible thing to to that young boy, and yet she is still not behind bars. Interesting. But I will say this, though. I wonder what's going on outside that house right now. After this information has come out, I'm telling you, people are going, like I said, this is a laundry situation now. There's going to be people outside of that house going in. Trust. Because they don't have a body yet. They don't know where the body is. They don't know if, let's be real, technically, they do not know if the baby is alive or not. I understand that they have information that leads them to believe that the baby is no longer here, but they do not have physical evidence in front of them showing them that this boy is gone, that the soul left this young boy's body, AKA they don't have remains. So all they're doing is from information that they've received, whatever that information that they've received, which they have not told anybody. Could that be a confession from the mom, from Leilani, or not? Still, many, many questions I have. Infamous Truth Teller, thank you so much for the $2. Like laundry case, drop in the basketball. What? Oh, dropping the ball. My Lord, dropping the ball, not in custody. Yeah, I don't get it either. I really don't get it, Infamous. I really don't get it. I'm not with this. I am not with this at all. This is some BS in my personal opinion. I'm going through some of your super chats because I see you guys put up some in the very, very beginning. I was just trying to make sure that we had this presser up so we can actually see it uninterrupted. All those technical issues. That was a bit on the annoying side, but I appreciate you guys all staying here with me, rocking with me and all that. That really does mean a lot. Hit that like button down below. Okay. Let's get it past 1K. That would really mean a lot. We're almost there. So please hit that like button down below, send it past 1K. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Michelle Woods, thank you so much for the $2. Screw the public. Go find the body. Abso-freaking-lutely. I agree 110%. Don't worry about little old us. We will be very happy to sit by and wait so that we can find out the truth. Because, listen, I will say this too. This could be very dangerous for the Howell/Simon family household. This could be extremely dangerous. Do you remember, of course, when we saw the Brian Laundrie thing going down, the Laundries were being harassed. Their home was invaded by very upset, very angry people. You putting out this information, like the Laundries were very quiet. Billy Joe ain't very quiet. Okay, she's very reactive. You don't think that something bad could happen out in the front lawn of this home? I'm just saying. Okay, it's very. We just have to be careful with this kind of stuff because you know for a fact people are already out in the streets, outside of their home, already acting the fool, already trying to stir the pot for whatever reason, either to just give them hell or to add to the chaos for content. That could also be it too. Because that, you know, just to get a reaction from the family. This is a very the grandma, okay, is very reactive. We already saw she was willing to go across the street with no evidence whatsoever, just on a hunch, just on her own personal conspiracies. She went across the street and attacked the babysitter. just on a hunch, just on pure emotion. Think about that. So now we've got people out here, because you know for a fact, once we have all this information, you know for a fact, people are going to go and accumulate. More and more are going to accumulate out there. They're all going to sit there and go, where is Quinton type thing. People are going to be very upset. Tensions and emotions are going to run high. And somebody could get hurt because they said or overstepped their boundaries. I'm just saying. This thing could get very, very messy. And I don't know if this press conference was the right thing to do right now at all. But Pink Society, thanks so much for the $2. This press conference could have been an email. Yeah, it could have very well been an email for crying out loud. You know what I'm saying? They said one little bit, but that little bit said nothing to us. Fabled creature. Are they searching the landfill? I heard through the grapevine. I don't know if that's entirely true, but I heard that they're going to be looking through the landfill apparently like tomorrow or something. But in my head, I'm like, why are they waiting another day? Shouldn't they be out there in the landfill last night when they found out? If this is where the young boy is, if that is true, they should have been in that landfill as soon as they found out. You know, as soon as they found out this information. It's just so, it's disgusting what we've been hearing. It's disgusting, this whole story. Kelly, thank you so much for the $2. She's the next Casey Anthony. You know, she very well could be. She very well could be. Witchy Gemini, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Yeah, I you know, and also Charisma just said, so trash will continue to be dumped there. I don't know. And that's the thing. It's like, you got to understand, a landfill is massive. Okay? A landfill is massive. And there was something I wanted to say earlier that we talked about. The timeline is incredibly important here. Okay? The timeline is incredibly, incredibly important here because from what we're understanding, Leilani, did not start making a ruckus on where is Quinton until the trash men or the garbage men came up and picked up the trash. As soon as they picked up the trash, that's when she started going, where's Quinton? Because she wanted his body gone so that he could be quote unquote missing. This 20-month-old baby in a trash can. And now is allegedly in a landfill. Unbelievable. Laura Hornstra, thank you so very much for the $50 super sticker. Thank you so very much. That really does mean a lot to me. Thank you so very much. Okay. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate that big time. Thank you. But yes, again, I repeat, this is the strangest thing. This is the strangest series of events I've ever seen in a case thus far. I mean, aside from the Gabby Petito drama and debacle that came from that, obviously when Brian Laundrie went running into the swamps, okay, into these swampy streets of Florida, that was still crazy and still wild too. But this turn of events and the fact that they still have no proof of this young boy being alive or gone, and that they have no one in custody right now, that Leilani is still out here free. She's alive and free. And then somebody just said she's out having dinner with the whole family's out having dinner with an extended family. I don't even understand how they even have time to be out here even having dinner with an extended family. I don't think I'd be eating right now. That's how distraught I would be with this whole thing. But then again, weirder things have happened. I understand people need to eat, but it doesn't make any sense that you have family hanging out with other extended family and having a big old family dinner, like they having a cookout, while this boy is gone and there have been no answers, no questions answered so far, except he may be deceased. He may be alive. We have evidence to show us that he's gone, but you don't really know if he's gone. You have no one in custody for doing anything. This is just very, very, I'm angry. I'm angry, to say the least. Because I went to bed. I was excited about this press conference because I was hoping that we were going to get more information. We got nothing from that, y'all. A big fat nothing. And that's very, very frustrating, y'all. But I'll be right back. I'm going to read some more of your comments. We're going to talk this out a little bit more. I'll be right back in 29 seconds. See you guys in a minute. I wanted to create something that we could wear to start a very important conversation about mental health and remind those that are lost in the dark that we're here to guide them towards the light. Suicide has taken so many of our loved ones, and it needs to stop. My hope is by wearing these t-shirts and hoodies, we can stop these tragedies and start some conversations. Remember, you are not alone. Yes. Remember, you are not alone. Please go and check out pascalmerch.com. We have some custom t-shirts and hoodies specifically for Suicide Awareness Month, or for suicide awareness. Last month was Suicide Awareness Month, and this is when these t-shirts and hoodies came out. But they are custom tie-dyed t-shirts and hoodies specifically for suicide awareness. And of course, each and every single hoodie and t-shirt are completely different from the rest. They're tie-dyed, custom made by yours truly. So please go check that out. A portion of the proceeds is going to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. We also have this amazing t-shirt and a hoodie collaboration with the Gabby Petito Foundation. Me and Nicole Schmidt, Gabby Petito's mother, created this t-shirt together. This is also in hoodie form as well. It is Break the Silence in the front, and on the back, it is hashtag domestic violence awareness, because it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And a portion of the proceeds is going to the Gabby Petito Foundation. So please go and check those out. Of course, we have other t-shirts and hoodies like this one I'm wearing right here. You can go check it out. Custom hoodies, t-shirts, all of them are different. You get something authentic and different just for you guys. So please go check out pascalmerch.com. That would really mean a lot. Your boy's been putting in a lot of work in the clothing, and I put a lot of love and care into it. So it'd be appreciative if you guys go and just take a look at the store. You know, take 5 seconds and take a look at the store. Maybe you'll find something that'll tickle your fancy. Anyway, guys, let me take a look at some of you guys' comments here. Because yes, we do have so many people, so many of y'all are affected by this news, just like me. This is just insane. All this information is still just mind-blowing to me. Bethan Ellis just said, nah, grandma wrong. She has custody of the boys. It was her responsibility to keep them safe. She let in danger in her home with those children. I do agree with that too. She had a certain level of responsibility. She had a certain level. She did have custody over those boys. But she was going off to work a lot, and she was working out of state. Now, I know some people would sit there and go, oh, well, she could have gotten a job in the city. in state. Maybe because of her being an ex-felon, it was hard for her to find a substantial job in her town. That could very well be it too. But from my understanding, she would go off to work days at a time and then come back home. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And I think because of her rap sheet, I think it became very hard for her to find a job. That still doesn't justify anything. But at the same time, I think she was just finding what she could find, and she found something. It is still devastating news because there's plenty of things. Okay. Well, they had plenty of updates and heads up. She did, at least, from Diana, the babysitter, and maybe from other people as well, just saying how poorly these kids were being treated, how poorly, the kids were being dropped off to the babysitter without certain things, certain supplies, the necessary things like diapers, etc. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. These are babies. And it makes me keep wondering why there wasn't some sort of serious pushback from the grandmother. But then again, I am not a fly in the wall. I have not seen anything. It's terrible. Madonna just said, no, not out for dinner. They had brought it in. Okay. They brought it in. They all got to eat, but still, if it's like some grand old dinner with extended family type of thing where they're just having a straight up hangout, cookout type thing, then I got a problem with that. That house should be, that house's energy as far as livelihood and all that stuff, family events and whatnot, that, in my personal opinion, house should be dead right now. Literally quiet, nothing going on. Yes, you got to eat. Yes, you got to get your cereal and your waffles and your chicken in your body and all that stuff. You need the sustenance to move on, but at the same time, and live, but at the same time, you got a little boy that they still have not found. They have not found his body, guys. And that's big. That's very, very big. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Looking at your comments. What's up, Gmail account? How you doing, girl? Good to see you again. Someone threw body parts and bags all over my area, and cops said the suspect was dead just because the amount of vital body parts cut off from the body had to mean they are dead. Now, if that is the case, then maybe they do have some serious information or serious proof that this young boy is gone, of course. But then again, if you actually have that kind of physical evidence, you should be putting cases on everybody up in this piece. All right. That's just what I got to say about that. All right. You got to put cases on all these mother lovers because it just doesn't make any sense. All right. K Silks, thank you so much for the comment. They must have enough to at least arrest Leilani for neglect, or is that not a law in Chatham County? Also, in the UK, you can arrest someone for questioning and then rearrest them. Not the same in US. Now, I know that you can bring somebody in for questioning if they refuse to go in for questioning on their free will. Then you can get a warrant for their arrest. But as far as this goes, neglect, they need proof of neglect. That's the only problem. They need proof of wrongdoing from Leilani. And right now they don't have any proof of wrongdoing. And it obviously still depends. All right. It's also still depends on what happens, like on what they have. Okay. Like if they it all comes down to the raw evidence that they may have. If they don't have that raw evidence, they got nothing on her. I don't believe the thing where with the sheriff just said, "Oh, we only get one shot with this on this." That's not true. That's not what I think. I mean, they can literally try and then, maybe take a shot and not hit, leave, come back with another thing. I mean, that could literally be what it is. So I don't entirely believe the sheriff when he said, "We only get one shot with this, okay?" No, I don't think so at all. And I think, there's obviously more that it seems like they need before they can actually just go to town on her or the family. I still don't believe that the grandmother has anything to do with this as far as the demise of this young boy. She was nowhere near home when this whole thing went down. There's proof of that. The boyfriend or the fiance boyfriend we still are kind of up in the air. Or like as far as he goes, apparently he's out scot-free as well. He's not even in town now because clearly he knows the truth on what happened and he doesn't stand for it, I guess. All right. Cindy said they are choosing not to share information. Absolutely. That's why they said, like, we're playing a lot or holding these things close to the chest right now. So they know some things. They do know some things. But at the same time, I wish they would have been able to give us a little bit more. Okay. They could have done something. Also, apparently Leilani's on probation or something like that. So I don't understand why they couldn't bring her in on something else. Maybe she violated something because this is so strange. Again, it's just a strange situation. But there you guys have it. You have the press briefing. You got this presser that ended up being a nothing burger, in my personal opinion. I was hoping to hear a little bit more of something. I think we all were in hopes to hear something new, and we got nothing from the sheriff. And I get that the sheriff is trying to play a lot of things close to the chest. I don't blame him, but at the same time, at least give us a little bit of something. But you're telling us right now you do not have said child. You do not have his remains. You don't have absolute 110% solid proof, at least from what you've said to us in this presser. You don't have absolute 110% proof that he is absolutely gone. Because technically they're saying, we believe he is deceased. We believe he is deceased. That says that, to me, we believe he's deceased. Again, that does not automatically mean he is gone. So hopefully, if this young boy really is in this landfill, they get to moving. Okay? They get cracking at it quick and find this young boy's remains. So that whoever did this to this young boy, which is most likely Leilani, they can bring her in and bury her under the prison. Period. Because no person like this should even have one moment of being able to know what it feels like to breathe in this freedom air. I'm being real. If all evidence comes towards her, because she is still allegedly prime suspect numero uno, and if she's the one who did it, she should be in jail right now. Period. Okay? Bad girl, thank you so much for the 5. I think they did the press to get the family talking. That could be a 2. Phone taps and informants are in place to get more info. R.I.P. Quinton. That could very well be it too. That could be it too. Like, they getting them a little antsy. And also, this could also be this presser right here. This presser right here could very well be a tactic to rile the public up so that it gets that family to start talking. Think about it. Literally, think about it. This could very well be a tactic to try to get the family to feel very uneasy. Because you know for a fact now, I just said it a little bit ago. I'm going to say it one more time here. I wouldn't be surprised if the crowd that's outside of that house doesn't double in size over in the next 24 hours. I guarantee you. Watch as a memorial, like what happened with Gabby Petito and the Laundries. Watch a memorial suddenly get erected right outside their door, right on their front lawn, as people stand out there screaming every day, all night, until they get justice for this young boy. Watch. It could very well be their way of saying, hey, we put this out here. The public's going to be angry, and this is going to become a national circus. And everyone's going to be outside their home harassing the hell out of them until they actually step out and say, I can't take it anymore. I'm going to tell the truth, maybe. And then again, maybe not. But again, this was an unfortunate presser. I was hoping for a little bit more information. But this is all we got so far. But I'm telling you, let's sit back. Let's sit back. Because we know for sure this most definitely ain't done yet. I think this is just starting to rev up, ladies and germs. And depending on what happens with Leilani, what she does over the next 24 hours is crucial, I think. Is she going to get out and try to run away? Is she going to hide in that house? Or is Billy Joe going to sit there and go, F you, daughter, kick rocks, get out of my house. I don't want to see you. That's what I feel is going to happen next. Billy Joe does not seem like the type who's just going to sit back and let this be just all right. And the other question is Leilani in that house? And where is the girl? Where's she at, though? Those are questions that we should all ask right now. Because just because the family, put this down a little bit, just because the family might be coming together and eating and breaking bread, does that mean that she's really breaking bread with the family? Let me be real. Do you think Billy Joe, after all that we've seen of her, do you really think she's going to be down sitting, sharing the same table and breaking bread with a woman that just allegedly took the life of a child that she loved, probably more than Leilani? I'm going to tell you this. Hell to the no. Hell no. She ain't going to do that. So the question still remains. Is Leilani even in that house? Where is Leilani? And the other question too, remember, car drove off with Leilani driving the car. If that car did not come back, where did Leilani go? Two questions, okay? Did the car come back? And if it didn't, where did Leilani go? Where did Leilani go? Many, many questions. Of course, we're going to keep our eyes on this, our ears on this. And if there's any breaking stories or any breaking news, we will know for sure. I appreciate all you guys. Okay. I appreciate all y'all for being here. Wait, hold on. Wait, what did TT Cross ask? Real quick. What did TT Cross ask? What were her charges and how did she get custody if she's a felon? You know what? We're going to have to dive into that on another show. Unfortunately, those are very good questions. I got her rap sheet. We will take a look at it on another show. But I have to jump off, unfortunately. Okay, guys? But I do appreciate all y'all for being here. You guys have been amazing. Okay? Appreciate all y'all for being here again. Thank you. Do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Send it past 1.1K real quick, because a like doesn't cost a thing. That would really mean a lot to me. All right, I'm just as shocked as anybody else on this information about this. This is just pure trash, in my personal opinion, this presser. But hey, we now know that there's a possibility that we know that Leilani is out here free. Okay, we now know that. Now the question is she going to run? That's the other question. So we're going to hold tight, keep our eyes open, keep our ears pricked, and hopefully she stays exactly where she's at, wherever she is right now. Okay? So hit that like button down below. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. That would be greatly, greatly appreciated. And of course, check out PascalMerch.com. That would really mean the world to me. All right? And thank you guys so much for tuning in, okay? It's time to get going. Have a great afternoon, guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. If there's anything popping off, I will be back live to talk about it. Trust and believe. Anyway, time to go. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.